Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and how do you play emergency call? Hello? Find out. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and this year, spice up your scouting. Do something different. Subscribe to the channel, it's for free, and there's tons of game ideas, activities, crafts, first aid, you name it, it's on here. And there's more coming. So go on, subscribe, it's for free, you're helping me out, and you'll get notified if you ring the bell as well. So this month is all about communication, and one bit of communication that we always talk about but we never obviously do is ringing emergency services for first aid. Now, the obvious reason why we don't actually do it is because, well, there's no line that we could obviously do where it's not a direct contact, and it may obviously stop them from saving someone's life. But this is a really cool game that allows you to kind of do that. As part of first aid, we mentioned to ring 999, or obviously whatever number it is in other countries. So this game, you need to separate your groups in corners and get them to number themselves. So whatever the maximum size you've got, you need to number them. So if you've got a group that's got 7, a group that's got 5, well, the group that got 5 has to number themselves 7 at least, okay? And then the leader will stand in the middle and they will explain what the accident is. So they usually will say what has happened, the location, any injuries, how many people, and so on and so forth, okay? And they'll do it like a whole sort of conversation, and then they'll call a number. That number will stand up, run around and sit in the chair in the middle, and then they will repeat the main points for an emergency call. So that would be the location, that would be obviously how many people it's involved and what possible injuries they've got. Make it local. So for example, we have a very large street near me, so you want to make sure that when the leader is obviously explaining what the location is and everything else, they need to make sure that they know which end of a road it is, or things like that, or maybe the location on that road, because if the young person is phoning up, they need to know that as well. And the reason why they run around is because in some cases they might not have signal on their phone, they might not have a phone, which I know is surprising nowadays because everyone has a phone in their hands, but they might be using a payphone, for example, so they will have to obviously leave the situation and ring up. So running around means that they're distracted by all the information that they're trying to remember. Where it is, the location, how many people are involved, okay? Sometimes, yes, the medical sort of profession needs to know that. Also, do they need an ambulance? Do they need a fire brigade? Do they need the police? Depending on, obviously, the incident. Now, the leader, I would suggest you do around about 10 different ones so that each person gets at least 2 goes. Make some really hard and some really easy, you know, and also maybe one that doesn't need an emergency contact. See if the young people will actually know that actually all they need is a plaster. They don't really need to ring the 999 for anything. But yeah, that's a great way of doing that part of the first aid badge, by letting them actually figure out what would they need, what services will they require. I did it with my cubs. I've known that it's done in Scouts and Explorers as well. It's a great game to do. It's really easy, and it's all about communication and remembering what are the important things and factors that you need. And then at the end, whoever obviously sits on the chair and gets all of the things right, then give them 3 points. Simple as that. If you like this video, then don't forget to obviously give it a thumbs up and share it around, and I'll see you again soon for another one of these. Bye.